Here's a truth most women will never hear from a man. We don't fall in love by choice. We fall in love because something triggers it. Every man has 3 hidden emotional triggers or buttons that, when pressed in the right sequence, can make him feel emotionally hooked. When you press those buttons, without even realizing it, you'll have him thinking about you constantly. Picture this. He's in a meeting, his mind keeps drifting back to you. He checks his phone, and suddenly your silence feels louder than his thoughts. And even if you're not his usual type, even if he told his friends he wasn't looking for anything serious, something changes. Once these emotional switches flip, he's done. Now, before you think, this sounds like manipulation, let me stop you right there. This isn't about playing games or tricking anyone. It's about something deeper, emotional psychology. The kind of psychology that most people never learn because they're too busy stressing over who texts first or playing texting games. What you're about to discover will completely change how you see attraction. Because love, it's not random, it's coded. Let's start with button 1, the safety chaos switch. Here's where most women get it wrong. They think men just want peace, but we don't. We want peace, but with a pulse. I know, it sounds a little strange, but hear me out. Every man has 2 drives inside him that are constantly at odds. One part craves safety, someone who calms us down, makes us feel at ease. But the other part craves stimulation, excitement, unpredictability. That rush of adrenaline, the spark that keeps dopamine flowing. Give us only peace and we get bored. Give us only chaos and we burn out. But give us both, we get hooked. I once dated a woman who was pure calm. She was sweet, kind, predictable. She gave me a sense of peace, sure, but honestly, I never felt alive. Then there was another woman. She was full of energy, exciting, impulsive, and always on the go. It was intense, but I couldn't breathe. I was hooked, but overwhelmed at the same time. But the one who had both? She was the one who made me feel at home and hungry for more. She had my full attention every moment of the day. Why? Because my brain never knew what to expect next. A little uncertainty mixed with warmth was the perfect combination. This is the magic of dopamine, the chemical behind attraction, craving, and even risk. This is what keeps a man thinking about you long after the conversation ends. And no, this isn't about playing games or pretending to be hard to get. It's all about emotional rhythm, the balance between comfort and curiosity. It's the feeling of being safe with someone, but still wanting to discover more. In real life, this looks like you're affectionate, but you have boundaries. You care, but you have your own life, your own space. You're open, but you're not an open book. You're warm, but never predictable. You don't need to play games. Just stop narrating your entire life like it's a podcast. Let him wonder what you're smiling about. That curiosity gap, the space between what he knows and what he feels, that's where attraction begins. Because dopamine isn't released when a man has the reward. It's released when he anticipates it. He doesn't crave what's already his. He craves what feels almost his. The paradox is simple. Emotional security doesn't come from routine. It comes from depth. He doesn't stay because he's certain of you. He stays because you make him feel something his brain can't categorize. Calm and chaos. That's the safety chaos switch. The difference between she was nice and I can't stop thinking about her. Now, let's talk about button 2, the significant mirror. Here's the truth most women don't hear from men. We don't stay for the prettiest woman in the room. We stay for the woman who makes us feel important in ways no one else does.
Most women spend all their energy trying to impress us. But the real addiction begins when a man feels like he's the one impressing you. Every man, whether he shows it or not, walks around with one quiet, unspoken question. Do I matter? And trust me, that question is always there. It drives everything. It affects how we compete, how we succeed, and yes, how we love. The woman who answers that question without turning it into flattery, that woman gets under our skin, and she does it in a way that lasts. Here's the psychology. Men crave ego validation without ego inflation. We don't want to be worshipped. We want to be witnessed. There's a massive difference between flattery and resonance. Flattery says, "You're amazing." Resonance says, "I love how focused you get when you talk about something you truly care about." Now, that hits different, right? Why? Because it shows you're seeing the real him. Not the guy performing, but the guy behind the effort, the one who rarely lets anyone see that version of himself. You don't win a man's heart by being perfect. You win it by being present, by noticing, not just praising, by acknowledging the small unspoken efforts that show who he truly is. When you reflect those things back to him, his seriousness, his protectiveness, his quiet drive, you create what psychologists call emotional significance. And once a man feels that with you, he'll keep coming back for it like he can't breathe without it. But there's a line. There's a difference between flattery and auditioning. You're not his personal hype woman. You don't need to clap for every little thing he does like he just saved the world. The moments that matter are the subtle ones. When he's not trying to impress you, that's when your words cut through his armor and reach something deeper. Because underneath all our confidence, every man has this fear of being replaceable. The woman who sees his soul rather than his status becomes unforgettable. That's button 2, the significant mirror. The woman who sees him for who he is, not what he has, becomes his emotional home. The one place where he feels important without needing to perform or impress. Button 3, the vulnerability loop. If the first 2 buttons draw him in, this one locks him in. It's called the vulnerability loop, and it's one of the rarest buttons to activate. Why? Because most people get vulnerability completely wrong. You can't make a man open up by saying, "You can talk to me, right?" We've heard that 100 times. It sounds like a therapy session we didn't ask for. Men don't open up because they trust you. They open up because they see you trust them first. I learned this the hard way. One woman kept asking, "You can tell me what you're feeling, right?" And every time she asked, I shut down even more. Then there was another woman. She didn't push, she didn't pry, she just shared something small, something real. No drama, no oversharing. She said, "I get nervous when I don't know what's next, but I'm working on it." Just realness. And in that moment, her quiet honesty made me drop my guard. Vulnerability is contagious. When one person lowers their armor, the other instinctively mirrors it. It's called mirrored safety. It's when both people's brains release oxytocin, the bonding chemical that glues trust, intimacy, and emotional safety together. There's a secret ingredient behind that "I can't explain it, but I feel at home with you" connection. So if you want a man to open up, stop trying to pull down his walls. Just show him that yours aren't made of steel. You don't need to trauma dump, confess your deepest fears, or over-explain. Just let him see your human side. Share what you're still learning, not just what you've already mastered. Men fall hardest for women who make vulnerability feel safe, not staged. Here's the paradox. He's not addicted to your body or your words. What he's truly addicted to is the relief he feels when he doesn't have to pretend he's bulletproof around you. He may not know why, but his body knows. It recognizes peace, and once he's felt that, every other connection will feel like background noise. That's button 3, the vulnerability loop. It's where trust turns into attraction, and attraction quietly becomes emotional dependence. This is where the magic happens, the key ingredient that changes everything. So, here's the big reveal, the part most dating advice never touches. Love isn't found, it's felt. The women men can't forget, they don't chase, they evoke. They don't win us with effort, they win us with emotional rhythm. Once you learn how to speak that emotional language, everything changes. Because men don't fall for women who have it all. We fall for the woman who makes us feel everything we've never been allowed to feel.